are watching ESC Fan TV. Michelle has been to Poundland. She's got herself costumed up. Yes, it is the semi-final one review show. I have a panel of guests waiting to look at all the different songs taking part in this year's semi-final one. Cautionary note, guys. Yes, we know the big five, or at least three of them, are going to be performing in semi-final one, but that's not for us to look at tonight. We're going to be looking at that another time. But let's just say a quick hello to the panel. First of all, hello to Sean.
Hey up, you all right? Looking forward to this. Should be good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, let's say hello to Phil and Michelle.
Hello.
Meow
Hi.
cat, meow back.
Hi.
Poundland has a lot to answer for.
Oh.
Let's say hello to the lovely Oban.
Good evening, Europe. Kahleen, I missed the show. We're back on track. Good. I'm so excited.
And let's look at the first set of songs.
Ciao, hey. I'm a big boy now, I'm going away and I sold my cow. Should've known that you are a liar, but I look the other way. Should've known you're a troublemaker. Take a look at yourself, 'cause that is what you need to do. This rumor's about you, 'cause you're a liar. Is there something wrong with the way I look? Is there something wrong with who I am? Let's go! No rules! In the heat of the night, in the thrill of the fight, I don't even care what's wrong or right. This is how I live, how I find the wind beneath my wings. Let's celebrate my life. No rules.
One second. We just need to draw slight attention. I know I shouldn't encourage them. Guys, Phil and Michelle, what are we doing?
That's
Come on,
Croatia, isn't
come
it?
on.
It feels like only 2 weeks ago when I said there's not enough doilies in Eurovision. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden Croatia turned up. And look what we had lying around.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Hey. Yeah, got over doily, haven't you?
Do you know what, guys?
My drums.
More on that story later. Turn to form. And we're going to kick off with Troy this evening because Australia are back. Yes, lots of Australians told us they wouldn't be back this year. Australia are back in the contest. Electric Fields, they've finally made it to Eurovision. Is this going to be the year?
I don't think so. I think there's some better acts this year. Nothing against Australia. Electric Fields have now got their time. Good God, they've been around enough. I think it's very different. It is something very different for Australia. Hey, who knows? It could. I think vocally it will be okay. Again, I don't know about the public. The public vote will kill it.
We're going to go quickly as well onto Oban because in that five as well, we had Cyprus. What are we rating Cyprus's chances this year?
Well, we'll never win, but you know what? That doesn't mean I need to stop for begging for votes, right? Come on. So the question is Cyprus or Australia, Tom?
Wow, I don't know. What would you go for?
I'll say Australia. There's the thing that I only know Australians that live in Europe, and there's a common theme among the Australians that live abroad that they always like judge harshly their home countries. But I think that working with two Australians in the same office, this was the first year that they liked their own song, and they're not Eurovision fans. So I see this as a good sign, and it's in my top 5. Another country in my top 5, Cyprus, and surprise, surprise, of course, as an objective art lover and cheap pop music lover, Liar is just that genre of pop music that made Britney Spears. I feel like it reminds me young Britney Spears, and I think it's just pure fun. Of course, it's not going to be it's not the winning material, but I think there's enough to put us through the final.
Hey, thanks, Aben. Now, I also hear you're a fan of Azerbaijan as
Oh, Azerbaijan! Azerbaijan is back. You know, if everybody is ready with their glasses of drinks, I'm ready to say the word. They are the cultural orgasm of the night. Just those nays, the breathy vocals, the Ilkin's vocals, and the music, and this harmony that when it switches from Fahree to Ilkin and from Ilkin to Fahree, it's just a continuous vocals and melody. I am just in love with Azerbaijan this year, and I'm not. I hope it's so Eastern, it's so Oriental for most of the European ears, and I'm scared that it's gonna fall short to impress them. But coming from an Eastern part of the continent, it's just the vocals, the music, the melody speaks to my soul, and I'm so happy. I've been waiting from Azerbaijan for so many years, and they're back. They're back. I'm so happy.
Phil and Michelle, what is it that you like about Croatia so much?
It's an absolute stonker of a song. That's what I love about Croatia. It's brilliant.
You can also dress up as Croatia with stuff lying around your house.
Yeah, as we can see. But yeah, it's just fun. It's just a big bundle of fun. And I think it's the one to beat this year.
We're definitely going to Zagreb next year, and I'm not going like this. They won't let me in.
I wouldn't say definite, but it's one to beat. It's one to watch, definitely.
Oh, it's just funny, and it's you can dance to it. It's got a bit of a dance as well that you can do. It's got everything you need in a good Eurovision song. You can sing along. It's got the crowd participation segment, which we all like. It ticks all the Eurovision boxes.
Have to say,
definitely.
There weren't,
I also like Australia.
Enough doilies. There weren't enough doilies in that for my liking, to be fair. But But what do you reckon?
So I want to say, I like Australia as well.
I don't know why people don't like it. There's something about it. I think with the staging, I think Australia could do really well. It's gonna touch people inside.
The only thing with Australia is I can't help but hear arseholes and angels when they sing that line. I know it's our souls, but it just sounds like arseholes and angels.
I don't know. Who else did we have? Oh no.
What else do we have?
Finland, obviously. I still stand by my original thoughts on Finland. Of that poor bloke that actually sings the song isn't credited. Poor man, he should be credited.
I feel like I need a health and safety check-in. We've got a comment from Sam Raby in the chat. Is Sean okay? He looks like he's dying. So just to prove you're still alive.
Anyone who tuned into this about 1 minute ago would have thought, what the hell is going on? But this is a great selection of songs. But the whole thing this year is brilliant. This has got a strong message. It praises Aboriginal culture and togetherness. And although it is a strong message, I'm not sure if this is standout enough to qualify this year. It's a tough one this year for them. And obviously, we've no idea at this stage what plans they've got for staging. So perhaps he'll be able to elevate it in some way. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Croatia, Team Tagi team. It's crackers, isn't it? I mean, I'm just wondering if the novelty's wearing a little bit thin now with this song for me, because when I saw the performance originally on the national final and it won, I loved it. I was well into it. I went, oh my God, this is brilliant. This is the one to win. And when I listened to it in the car now, because I listen to all the Eurovision songs in the car every day, and this is one I tend to skip sometimes now because it's just getting a little bit too much, I think. Now, every time I watch the performance back on screen again, I love it again. So I don't know. We'll have to see. It's an easy qualifier, and it's going to do really, really, really well. Cyprus and Liar, Cilia. I mean, she's beautiful, and this is a really, really good song. It's going to involve a lot of dancing, so hopefully your vocals will stand up for this. It's going to have a stonking dance break in there somewhere, isn't it? Let's face it. I think they're trying to do another Fuego, aren't they? I think they've been trying to sort of replicate the success of that song for a while now. I think it'll do pretty well. Finally, Finland. Again, I love the staging of this international final, but now I just find the song a bit annoying, I'm afraid. I love the irony, by the way. It's called No Rules. So he's wearing the Windows 95 logo in his stage performance in the national final. And the song's called No Rules. And then he sings in the song, is there something wrong with the way I look? And the EBU were going, yeah, you're not wearing that T-shirt and you're not wearing the cap. So he's got to pixelate it now, which is really ironic. But it actually makes the whole performance a little bit more funnier. Now he's got to come out in the pixelated stuff. So I hurriedly had to do a redesign and upload that to my Redbubble store, available now. But yeah, it's a great selection of songs.
Ian and Donna.
Croatia, yeah, without a doubt. I think is an absolute qualifier. If it doesn't, there's something wrong. I think they do need that pop-up cow from Tuvea, though.
Yeah,
definitely, just to seal the deal.
Yeah, it's different. And as Sean was saying, it might wear a bit on people, but that doesn't matter for the people who are watching it during the week. They're only going to hear it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And they'll be at that peak of that. This is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And his performance is good. So yeah, it is. It's also memorable. Of all the ones in this semi-final one, this is the one that the album is going to catch in your ears and you'll remember, and that is kind of critical.
I think Cyprus does stand a good chance as well, though. It's a solid little dance song. Yes, it is. And she has pedigree in the dance department as well. So it's going to be an absolute corker of a choreography as well. It's something they've become quite synonymous with now.
Yeah.
Her vocal could be quite good, although there are bits in the video where she's obviously just dancing and not really singing. So we'll see what happens. If she can do both, it's a winner.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It's a good, solid pop dance song. That's going to do well.
And Finland, I still think it's crazy enough that it'll do something. It might be that 10th position that qualifies, because it's just bonkers enough that it will. And it is kind of ironic that they've had more rules inflicted on them for the title of the song.
Australia's pretty good, it's pretty solid as well. It's a nice bit of electronic music, nice use of original language, and yeah, I think that's.
Do you think it'll qualify though?
I'm not sure it'll qualify, but I do like it as a song. I think it's a solid, really well put together. It's sung very well. I do want Australia to go through the final.
Guys, let's just have a quick vote. Out of these, which ones are going to make it through to the final?
Right. So out of these 5, it's going to be Australia, Croatia, Cyprus, and Finland.
Yeah, I've got the same as well.
Okay, and Phil's got the same. Sean?
I've got the same: Australia, Croatia, Cyprus, and Finland. Yeah.
Okay, Troy?
Okay, Cyprus and Croatia are certains.
Open.
Well, I have Australia, Azerbaijan, Cyprus, which is already in my overall top 10. And I also have Croatia, obviously the big candidate for win at the moment.
Ian and Donna?
I think the obvious one's Croatia, Cyprus.
My 2 definites would be Croatia and Cyprus. I'm going to say Finland.
I'm going to be keeping tabs on you, because if you go over your 10 at the end, I'm going to ask you to take some out.